Let's talk pros and cons of working in the neonatal ICU. We're gonna start with the cons first because of course we're gonna save the best for last. First con is not necessarily NICU related. This is just the fact that it is a hospital job. This is a bedside position, meaning if the hospital is understaffed or short-staffed, you can get taken advantage of and they can put you in an unsafe assignment. It has happened to everyone. It has happened to myself. There's really no way around it when you are working a typical bedside hospital job. Pro tip, writing incident reports help this problem, okay? If things are not being written and things are not being documented, it's as if it's not happening. Number two, this is something that commonly happens in NICUs where you can get sent home for a low census. A census is basically just how many patients you have at that given time, and with the NICU, it really can just be random. It just depends on how many babies are being born in that time. We have laws in place at our hospital, so we won't get sent home. We'll get floated to PICU, or we'll have to go and do like modules or something. Piggybacking off of that, you can get floated to PICU. This is a pro for some nurses. Some nurses want the PICU experience. They want to go there. Me, not so much. I don't really have a desire to be there. I still have yet to get floated there, but I am like up for grabs at any moment now. So I'll let you know how that goes if and when I get floated to the pediatric ICU. Next con, this is an obvious one. You do see sick and dying babies, and it is horrible. And this is what I will tell you, the babies going isn't even the worst part. It's seeing the mom and the dad go through that in my opinion is like just a little bit worse. Like my brain chemistry is forever altered for like seeing and going through some of the things that I've experienced while working on the NICU. Speaking of parents, sometimes parents can be a lot. At the end of the day, they really are just anxious, and it's understanding, and I really do feel like we still experience a lot less drama than maybe like the pediatric units and like other units. For the most part, in my experience, I think that the parents are really grateful and have a lot of respect for like all that we do for their baby. I can't even think of a time in what's going on now, almost 2 years that I've been working in the NICU, where I've had such a bad experience with a parent that it's even like still in my memory. So I wouldn't let the fear of like working with difficult parents like scare you away from working in the NICU whatsoever. Lastly, admissions are literally crazy. They will throw off your entire day. They will take up your entire day if you are in the high acuity level NICU. And it's not that there's a lack of help or resources around. It's just that these babies that are coming in, you know, they're coming in with some of the craziest conditions. There's so much that needs to be done for them, and then you still have your 1 or 2 other patients. So that can be a lot, like a lot. Some nurses actually love getting admissions. They love the excitement. I am more of like, give me 4 bottle feeders all shift and I'll be happy with that. I just want the predictable, organized shift. So this isn't really 100% a con, it just depends on your personality and your preference. If you're one of those nurses who low-key enjoy the excitement of like the trauma in the ER, you're gonna get that with your admissions. Let's get into the pros. There are so many, so I'm gonna try to go as fast and make them as short and sweet as possible. So first pro right off the bat, good ratios. Like any ICU, you're gonna get 1 to 2 patients max on your highest acuity floor, 3 patients on like the mid-tier acuity floor, and 4, rarely, but sometimes 5 on the grower feeder floor. Those babies are literally just bottle feeding, so it's just very repetitive, kind of like mindless work. Like you don't have to worry about them, they're very stable. They are likely there because they had high billy or they just need to work on feeding. Fun fact about me is our grower feeder floor is honestly one of my favorite places to be, and everyone looks at me like I'm crazy, but that's my soft nursing era right there. Second pro, this is so important. You're probably gonna experience a lot less pre-shift anxiety working on the NICU because when you come into work for your 3 days, you have this same assignment, so you know what to expect. The second and third day is usually always so much easier than the first because you're so used to everything, you're used to your patients, and we have what we like to call an organized chaos style unit. So even though some days can be crazy, like if you have an admission or your baby starts getting sick, it still is very organized and very orderly for the most part, and you really can predict like your entire day for the most part, and that is, I love that. That's just so awesome to me, and it really does help with like pre-shift anxiety. I honestly don't even get pre-shift anxiety anymore. Next, this is a super interesting statistic. I've actually checked in on this since I became a NICU nurse and before I became a NICU nurse, so for years now, neonatal ICU nurses average at like one of the highest paying nursing jobs. Now, straight out of school, all nurses are kind of get offered the same rate if you're going to a hospital, but I think what happens is that NICU nurses end up making more in the long run with raises and maybe like going to and from other hospitals. Here's an example I saw off a website. NICU nurse is like always in the top 3 or 4 like highest paying nursing jobs. Honestly, look it up. I'm telling you, you're gonna find like so many references that say this. Next one, do I even need to state the obvious? You get to care for babies. Like, I literally will start like cheesing so hard talking about this job because I love my babies. I love my patients so much. They literally bring me so much joy. I probably smile so much at my job that my job has become like a healthy thing in my life, which is so crazy because I know work typically stresses people out and takes years off their life, and I feel like it honestly evens out for me because the stress of work with how happy like the patients make me even out, so I like am not losing any years on my life because I'm working in the NICU, if you get what I'm saying. Every single little baby has left their little tiny handprint on my heart. I'll never forget any of them, and literally the thought of like quitting or leaving my job one day will actually bring me to tears. So that's just a little idea of how I feel about this job. Next, I don't know if this is a culture thing around all NICUs, but word on the street, and including my NICU, is you get uninterrupted lunch breaks. So we love that. If I'm on a lunch break, and unless I tell my buddy who's watching over my babies to come get me, literally anything could happen and they are not going to come and get me. Next one, your patients won't disrespect you, and I know everyone's going to be in the comments joking around like, oh, my babies be disrespecting me. Okay, but let's be real, like, you guys get what I'm saying. They're not going to talk back. Okay, they're going to cry. Get over it. They're not going to talk back to you. They're not gonna like be mean to you. Like, the worst that's gonna happen is you're gonna have a crying baby who literally just wants to be held and just wants attention. Next pro is I feel like the NICU is overall a very fun and feminine environment, which I love, 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 and I need that in my life. You would think a floor that is so heavily populated with women workers, there would be like cattiness or like tension going on. I don't know, sometimes it's like that with girls. It is not like that at all, at least on my NICU. We are all so there for each other. We're so helpful. We're all literally like a sisterhood. Like, it literally feels like the sorority I never had. We all just love like romanticizing our jobs. We come in with our cute NICU merch, and we just love our babies. We love dressing them up. We love like helping each other with their babies. Like, me and my friends, if we're like working right next to each other, we will literally get in a competition over who can help out the other person more. Like, girl, I will do your labs for you. I will get your IV for you. I will make your baby's bed for you. I will literally do anything, like, so you can go on your break or go chart or whatever. Like, that is the culture, and I am obsessed. And lastly, even though this is the most specialized specialty ever, you are truly going to learn so much. And especially as a woman, I love the fact that I feel so confident handling babies and knowing what to do in case of an emergency for when I have my own babies one day. Like, hello, very valuable information if you ask me. But honestly, go on and on. This video is literally about to be like 10 minutes long. I hope this was helpful. And if you guys ever have any questions or need help with like interviews or what have you, shoot me a DM. I try to get back to everyone. Sometimes my DMs get a little bit flooded, so double message me. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys, and I hope this was helpful and that you learned a lot. Bye!